Hello there, welcome back to the vlog. We are currently sitting here at Carmack Cinemas. No, formerly Carmack Cinemas, now it's AMC Theaters. Got a big old bucket of popcorn. It's Sunday, it's weird going to movies on a Sunday, isn't it?
It is, but it's kind of exciting.
Well, we're going to see Spider-Man. I have high hopes for Spider-Man. I'm a big Marvel guy. Marvel, DC's okay, but Marvel, I was very impressed with with Wonder Woman, but I'm really excited about Spider-Man. He's always been one of my favorites. We were going to go Friday. The reason why we're going on a Sunday to the movies, which is like this might be a first for us, is because Friday night we went out to eat with her parents, eating supper at this pretty cool restaurant. We're upstairs, and it's like all this cool stuff. Yeah. So this is like they even got. Hang on, it's like super, really cool decorated, like, and they've even got some games right there. So who knows? Maybe we're gonna have to come here for a game night sometime. I don't know. Pretty cool, huh?
There's a bear. Bear's here.
I don't know.
I like
Pretty cool
those.
space, I'd say. It's like a craft. They have craft beers and sandwiches and stuff. We might have to make a trip out here with Nick and Becca sometime and play some games. And yesterday we went to the winery. This is our favorite. This is one of our favorite guys who plays right now. His name is Chuck Summers. He's pretty much a boss. He does it all. He sings. He plays saxophone. I don't think he dances.
Do you think he knows the Muffin Man?
It's possible. And went shopping. It's how much I hate shopping. I hate shopping. I hate trying on clothes. Midnight mocha Starbucks drink thingy. It tastes like Thin Mint, liquefied Thin Mint. So that leaves us with today, but we're gonna go see what it's like on a Sunday. Ready? We're gonna do a comprehensive review when we get back home.
It's gonna be deep.
It's gonna be deep and it's gonna be informative. But right now we're gonna go. What?
Hey guys, I really like this shirt because look, I got sparrows on it, and then there's one right there.
Sparrowception up in here. So anyway, gonna go see Spider-Man. What is this sorcery? What's going on here? What is this black magic? See, I can put the amount of ice I want, and it's not all ice. I love this. Oh, they're making you butter your own popcorn. What's going on here? So I always pee like 4 times before the movie starts. I have this unreasonable fear of having to get up in the middle of a movie and going pee. So I pee like 4 times. We'll go get our seats. I'll go again during the previews.
And then maybe once.
There's no worse feeling than having to get up in the middle of a movie. Also, had to go with Reese's Pieces this time. Normally I don't get candy when I go see a movie, but we also normally do dinner in a movie. This time we didn't, so I'm a little bit more hungry. And the best candy in the whole world is Reese's Pieces.
Are you gonna share?
No. What is your favorite movie candy? Comment down below.
Where's nuts?
It's important. Boo. Okay, so here we go. We decided that whenever we watch a movie, go to a theater, we go to theaters enough that we figured we might as well do a comprehensive movie review of that movie.
Yes, and so tonight we're going to be talking about our movie that we saw, which was Spiderman Homecoming.
So, welcome to the first ever edition of, what should we call it? Movie review, Kyle and Kristen's movie review time thing.
We'll work on the title, but for now, that's what it is.
Spider-Man Homecoming, was it good? Well, my answer is yes.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about it. What you thought.
Well, I think, so first of all, let it be known, neither one of us are movie critics, or when we go to movies, we like to be entertained, so I don't look for plot holes, or I'm not one of those people that, like, especially with superhero movies, I wasn't huge into comic books growing up, so I don't go, it's not true to the comic book. Like,
right. You're not going to have to worry too much about that, and also, we're both pretty easygoing people when it comes to, like, being pleased by a movie. I think there's like only one movie that we saw together that we both agreed it was terrible. Yeah, but anyway, so Spider-Man 2, what to expect. So we're gonna start with each of our own reaction, and then we're gonna come to a conclusion, and we're gonna give it I guess we'll give it a rating, out of 10, I don't know. Alright, I guess I'll go first. So, Spider-Man Homecoming. Basically, it's the newest rendition. It's a complete reboot of Spider-Man. So if you're not familiar with it at all, it's completely redone. So
first we had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, remember? Tobey Maguire, right? That's his name?
Yep.
Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. And those are fine, I guess, whatever. And then they kind of let it sit for a while, and then Andrew Garfield tried it out, and those are okay too.
Right.
But this is a completely new reboot. It's to align it with the Marvel thematic universe. Sony actually owns the rights to Spider-Man, and Disney owns Marvel. So I guess they must have finally came together to some agreement, and now Spider-Man will be an Avenger. So they had to reboot it all, and it was witty, it was charming, and it was just a fun movie.
I really liked the characters. This Spider-Man was definitely a nerd, and he was goofy and funny and very fun to watch. He also had a very fun sidekick, not going to give too much away, but I thought he was hilarious. Loved it. Also great actors in the movie. Michael Keaton, fun fact about Michael Keaton is he was in the old Batman movies, and he plays a villain in this show.
Yes, he does.
He does a very nice job of it. So yeah, overall I like the character development well, and they develop it really fast. There's a couple extra characters as well.
Well, they made an interesting choice, which was not to go in depth into detail with the backstory of like how he got his powers, because they just kind of assumed at this point everybody kind of knows he was bit by a spider, right? And another little twist is Aunt May isn't an older woman. It's someone who's probably in her 30s, and it's a completely different feel. They don't really talk about the uncle. They don't really talk about
Very little backstory.
It does not go into in-depth detail because most people already know it. But the idea is that Tony Stark, or Iron Man, is actually Spider-Man's, Peter Parker's mentor, and he's the one who gives him his suit. And yeah, like Kristen said, the Peter Parker in this one is more nerdy. He's a 15-year-old high school kid, still coming into his own. He's kind of a geek. He doesn't have a lot of friends. He's trying to be accepted by his peers, so you're dealing with that whole storyline. And I think moving forward, he will be, still continuing to take on that role of, I'm going to try to prove myself. I'm not just some kid. I can do stuff. So it was a nice take on it, and I'm excited for what the future holds.
Yes, me too. And if you do go and watch the movie, make sure to, it is a typical Marvel movie, so at the credits there's a couple fun little things to watch.
Stay to the end.
That's
If you go to a Marvel movie, you gotta stay. My one complaint, if I have any complaint or one concern, is I still am missing, for me personally, I'm still missing a villain the villain in this movie, Michael Keaton's character, is a classic villain where you can see where he's coming from, kind of villain, like multifaceted, and I like that. I like when villains have, it's not black and white, all the bad guys versus the good guys. But to this date, there hasn't been a Marvel villain in any of the Marvel movies that it was, I think, big enough or bad enough or evil enough for my taste. I want my heroes to fight an insurmountable evil where there's just no hope, and then they come and save the day. It just feels like they can't. It just feels like they've not gotten the villain perfect in any movie yet. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people like their villains to be relatable.
Yeah,
a lot of people
personally do.
So yeah, we have a different taste. So, but you probably didn't see that. You probably didn't have that complaint. But for me, I want to hate my villain. I don't want to be like, oh, but I understand. I want to hate my villain. I want my villain to be evil. I want my villain to just get his butt kicked in the end. I want that, and I don't get it.
Yes, I can definitely understand where you're coming from. What I actually did appreciate that there was some humanity to this villain. He was relatable, and I felt for him in some cases.
Yeah, it was well paced. So yeah, let's. I think the final thing is, what was I gonna say? Of course, Marvel movie, so music was great, action sequences were well done. I think that, I was actually, not gonna lie, I was expecting, it was funny, it was a funny movie, but I didn't laugh as much as I thought I would. It wasn't, gut-wrenching like laughter, like I had with Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, or a couple of the other Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It was funny, it was clever and witty, and it had some big laugh moments, but I was kind of expecting it to be funnier than it was. So if you're expecting it's more of an action film than it is a comedy film, and I think I think Marvel has, like, they've done a lot more, they've interjected a lot more comedy in their superhero movies, and this was a little bit of a step in a bit of a different direction, in that it wasn't as funny. It was still funny. I had a lot of laughs.
I think it was, out of the different genres, it was definitely action, but I think there's a little bit of drama into it too about this Peter coming into his own.
Yes. So, alright, what are you gonna do? We're gonna give it out of 10. We're gonna give it 10. Wait, we can't get 10 stars. Everybody does 10 stars.
Can we do 5 stars?
No, we're doing 10, but
doing
the
10?
thing can't be stars. We gotta think of something, something weird. Tubs of popcorn. It's gonna be out of 10. It's gonna be on a scale of 0 to 10 oversized tubs of popcorn.
Like the ones we bring to the movies.
Yeah, because we always did the oversized. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna give it, what are you gonna give it?
I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5.
8.5, she says. 8.5. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it an 8 tubs of oversized popcorn out of 10. So there you have it. Good film. Go see it. Is it a must-see? Do you have to go see it in theaters? No, you can wait till it comes out on video or whatever. However you consume your media in today's crazy world, you can consume it at any time. I would definitely rent it. You don't need to rush out and go see it, but it's a solid rent unless you are someone who likes to see movies in theaters like us. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the first edition of, what do we call it? Kyle and Krista's movie review.
Yes.
Thingy. Find your gift.
Share with the world.
And remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.